women. A beautiful 24-year-old woman. It's happened again, people. Has vanished in Washington State. Katherine Huether told friends she was going for a short hike Thursday afternoon. She has not been seen since. Rescue workers found a receipt from Katherine's credit card, but it was discovered 2 hours away from where she started her hike. Friends say she wasn't planning on going that far. Her dad also said she normally would not go hiking without her dog. And tonight, new disturbing details. Just 3 hours before Katherine started her hike, a woman had called cops to report a man exposing himself on the trails. Now, there is a news conference going on. It just finished seconds ago. We can show you a live picture very briefly of the news conference. Searchers mobilizing to try to find this young woman. Let's bring in criminal profiler Pat Brown. Pat, I am so disturbed by this, perhaps most disturbed by reading that a sheriff's spokesman said that at this point they still don't believe foul play was involved. Hello? There's a guy who was exposing himself.
Well, I agree, Jane. That's kind of scary. I mean, we can hope she just wandered off the trail or she fell and she's just waiting for help. But when you have somebody out there like that, you know you have a sex predator of some sort. And the question is, did she just run into him and something's happened to her? And they should be, obviously they should be investigating that. That should be their #1 focus.
Well, this is a theme, and we're going to get to this in a moment. With the Amber Dubois case, it turned out that for 3 weeks, according to Amber's mom, authorities didn't investigate it, didn't send out searchers because they thought, well, maybe it's a runaway. A 14-year-old girl who was the most clean-cut girl was not a runaway. Now she's dead. I mean, time is of the essence with these cases. Why aren't they treating this like the foul play that you and I, covering these stories over and over again, fear that it obviously is?
Well, I think the problem, Jane, comes in that they get so many of these cases that are runaways, they start ignoring the ones that probably are not. But what they should be looking at is if there is pretty darn good evidence that that person is not that kind. This, you know, we're talking about Amber Dubois. There was nothing in her past, and she was looking forward to that day and her little lamb that she was going to get. She was so excited. She's not just going to disappear. They should listen when there is absolutely no reason for the child to disappear, and they should go focus right on what could have happened to her and get that predator before something, you know, ends up.
We are going to stay on top of this story of another missing woman, this one out of Portland, Oregon. When is it going to end? An update on other cases in the war against women in 60 seconds.
National Car Rental knows I'm picky. So at National, I go right past the counter and